By the way, do you guys think the cars with no wheels on them on jack stands kind of look like spaceships?
Now, my daughter is almost 2, which means it's time she goes to work. That freeloader needs to pull her own weight and learn how to work on fine automobiles. Boo-boo, where you at? Boo-boo, where you going?
Where you at, my bucks? Here you are. You want to go in your car? You ready to work on the rolls? Let's go. Lead the way. Lead the way. You like the dinosaur? Poof! Look at that, huh? Oh, I got wood. You smiled, that's $1. She loves the dinosaur, apparently. 206 miles. Look at it right here. It literally has 200 miles on it. Yeah, listen to that. Dude, it's idling so quietly. Look. In school, I learned from the Cookie Monster when he sang C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C's getting degrees, baby. This is the wholesome real life Casey day. See you guys in a minute. Boom, we are back with Genius Garage, and today we're not working on the race cars with the students or the go-karts. We're actually way in the back where we're doing dirty work. But the Guanci is out here. Now, yesterday and in the last video, it did in fact run and we drove it around the parking lot. However, the brakes have not been bled. They do work, but we want to bleed them and make sure things are working really well. Also, it ran and then suddenly it stopped running. I think perhaps old crap in the fuel system from being there has plugged up the filter. So we do have new things coming and we're gonna work on that. But today it's time to bleed the brakes. So I got them all hooked up with all the tools and stuff out here to look at it. And they are now concentrating on that. Does it look like there was like a radioactive blast and everybody fell right there? What were we doing? Oh, we're gonna do the brakes, right? Yeah. Okay. So they're learning about this very cool steel monocoque chassis, which means you just can't jack it anywhere. You don't want to bend stuff up. So where are you thinking you're gonna jack it from?
We're trying to get that
To the main
front
chassis point?
Yeah, like there's like a front.
The front bulkhead area there?
Yeah,
Smart. Can we not get the jack there?
Doesn't quite reach. If we get,
What if we go from behind the wheel?
let's try that. Yeah. What would also work is we can roll this onto some like wood.
Smart.
It'll fit if we can get it onto a couple wood blocks. Yeah,
Oh, I got wood. You smiled, that's $1.
You almost see.
It's a setup. It's a setup.
You set me up on that one.
I know I set you up, but I want you to buy lunch. Poor Hushon. All right. I guess some more. Oh, these darn kids today, you gotta help them with stuff. I wanna eat lunch. I got work to do. Where's my jack? Actually, where is my race jack? So I didn't work because the boards are sliding and I got to video record this because if you guys don't see it, nobody supports Genius Garage and I can't help the students. So, I'm gonna use this race jack, quick jack, to try to take some load off the suspension and hold it up maybe another inch and a half so that they can get the bigger jack under safely. I'm working hard. Ouch! Oh, that does not good. Have any of you ever hit your sensitive bits and your funny bone at the same time? So, okay, Shannon, what have we learned about the brakes on the Guanci?
They're full of crust and they're leaking.
Yeah, that's true. So the right front is leaking, and we were going to bleed it and get it all fresh, but the rear is so crusty, basically nothing comes out when you open the bleeders.
Yeah, it's hard as a rock when you try to push them out.
Yep. And then the front, they flowed well, but the right front is in fact leaking.
It's flowing too well, you could say.
So we're going to, basically we're going to replace them with reman ones. I think the front ones are in fact off a Corvette, and basically they were the same things from like 1965 to like 83 is my guess. The rear I'm not entirely sure about. Look at this, they blew up the car. Also, who's hotter than Madonna in a pointy bra? It's me. All of the brake parts we need will be here at 4:30. I'm actually not even kidding, it's coming. What'd you learn? That's the way it looks?
Yep.
That's not that bad looking.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Good filters.
We might need to do an idle relearn. I looked that up last night.
I was hoping it'd look much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Do we have the correct filter for this thing?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is it.
And that's just unscrewed, huh?
Yep. This was
All
our
right.
ordeal to get it unscrewed.
Wheel.
Hey.
That was supposed to look really ugly, and we put it together and it would work. By the way, do you guys think the cars with no wheels on them on jack stands kind of look like spaceships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's my thought. Let's just put in the new filter, and we're probably gonna have to find another reason why it won't start, because that ain't it. Okay, all right. But in all seriousness, so the front master cylinder is from a C3 Corvette. So are the front brake calipers. It actually has the calipers in stock right now, believe it or not.
Cool.
And then the rear, as you know, the rear calipers are from a 1996 Buick Riviera R-Line. Excuse me, which we'll have at 4:30 also.
Tight.
Yeah, okay.
We're getting up in here.
Just want to make sure it's not going to dip too much gas out once I slide it in here. Well, let me just,
You okay?
yeah.
If a little gas comes out, fine, or if you need to dump some out, that's fine. You can always dump it back in the gas can.
We dumped most of it once
You
we,
can get a funnel cover back in this.
yeah.
Let's do that. So as you guys might be able to see, this car was later done with the Oldsmobile Aurora V8, which is Shannon's new companion at the moment. But it appears that it's Buick Riviera suspension, which the Buick Riviera is basically the same thing as Oldsmobile Aurora.
Yeah.
But the engine, I don't know, is the engine later than the suspension? It's kind of what I'm thinking, because it's got the stamp steel suspension here. And then they fab their own subframe for the whole thing to the rear. So I think originally this car was the third prototype of Guanci. So this is kind of like the second generation car from the 80s. And it apparently had the Buick Turbo V6 in it, which is the same V6 that ended up being in the Grand National, but this was this lower horsepower variant. And then as best we can figure now, I got to talk to the son of the guy who owned it, he'll fill it in. It appears that in the mid to late 90s, they revamped it again to modernize it. I don't know whether they wanted to get new investors or keep going, but that's when it got the later Oldsmobile Aurora 4-cam V8 4-liter, and then the later Buick Riviera suspension, likely retaining, of course, the same front suspension. The front is fabricated, but looks to use C2, C3 Corvette front spindles, brakes, but they fabricated their own A-arms and such. But it uses those brake parts, and then obviously the sheet steel monocoque chassis, which is really cool, and a nice body. This car is the only one that really hasn't been documented on the internet anywhere. If you guys look at Guanci, the earlier ones had a different shaped scoop, and they had a different nose as well. So same basic body design. I think the early cars had kind of fender flares, but this has been really smoothed out and modernized a bit. It's just a really fascinating car, so it's exciting to have this, and obviously to troubleshoot and learn with things that are production based. But anyway, and I have to tell you that the bodywork of the car, as well as the chassis and all, have been built just exceptionally. And I know we're kind of revealing the little man behind the curtain, of Wizard of Oz's metaphor with this and finding out exactly what the brakes are and parts and drivetrain. This is just an exceptional car for a two-door, mid-engined, all-American vehicle. We just haven't gotten that until the C8 Corvette, and it's kind of a shame this never got to be. Well, let's keep going.
Okay, it is time to go to work and start a business. Now, my daughter is almost 2, which means it's time she goes to work. That freeloader needs to pull her own weight and learn how to work on fine automobiles. Boo-boo, where you at? Boo-boo, where you going? Come here. We're doing YouTube. You gotta learn how to work on a Rolls Royce today. There you are. Hi. Are you ready to go to work today with Dad? Bug. We have to fix our land yacht. Yeah, and then we're gonna have to get some more cars tomorrow for people to fix. We can make a living that way. Yeah? Ready to go? This is gonna be an interesting day. Bug, we're at the auto parts store. Do you like it here? What'd you see? You wanna see the coolant? That? It's very interesting. Do we need some of those? Okay, come on, let's get our weld-through primer. We gotta fix our rusty Rolls Royce. We're checking out, Bug. This is what Dad does with a lot of the day. You want to see the pink washer fluid?
Pink.
Yeah. Okay, just a second. All right, you ready, Bugs?
Bye.
Are you gonna carry all that stuff for Dad? We're at the shop. Let's go talk to everybody here. What insane thing just happened that I missed?
It's like a terrible drive. Also, there's some dude in like a big old truck going like 100 miles an hour, like swerving through traffic. Not like a lifted truck, like a semi truck with a trailer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He just
Like,
didn't
he was,
care.
like, swimming in traffic with a semi truck.
Did you guys ever see that movie from the 70s called Duel? Okay, I don't know. All right, let's get these parts, right? Oh, the dude on the phone was the guy that leads the Monster Truck Hall of Fame. He's really cool. So I'll call him the next week and maybe we'll figure something fun to do. What we ought to do is scheme together with Genius Garage and figure out how we can get a monster truck. Who wants a monster truck? Show of hands.
I want a monster truck. I can't pull up my hand right now. There you go.
Yeah. See, that way, hey, you guys, if your dealership screw you on any warranties or services, just show up in the monster truck
Show up in the fucking
and be like, what's up? You gonna do that service now?
Nah, it's definitely like Roadhouse. You can show them like Roadhouse.
Oh, that was Bigfoot in that, wasn't it? Roadhouse. Oh, wait, hold up. In Roadhouse, was there any reason to actually have a monster truck in that plot, or was it like just gratuitous 80s? That's the way to do it.
And say like, yeah.
Everything I learned about my business practices in life, I learned from the movie Roadhouse. That's not true at all. I only just saw the movie Roadhouse like 2 months ago. In school, I learned from the Cookie Monster when he sang, C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C's getting degrees, baby. Cookie Monster! Yeah, we'll have to wait to see the other ones. Where you at, my bugs? Here you are. You wanna go in your car? You ready to work on the rolls? Let's go. Lead the way. Lead the way. You like the dinosaur? Yeah. You wanna make another flying pterosaur? Yeah. We gotta work on the Rolls Royce though. We can do that? Come on, sweetie. Yeah. You wanna go in there? Boop. You booped. You were looking at the ceiling. She loves the dinosaur, apparently. Yeah, it's kind of big. You like that guy? Okay, here you go. You gotta push the button. Now this is Daddy's car. You can touch Daddy's cars, but you can't touch other people's cars, okay? You coming up in there? Okay. We gotta work on the front seat modules. They've gone bad, and the front seats don't work. And then we'll take the rubber off of where the rusty parts are, and we'll assess the damage. How about that? Yeah, you found it. The seat memories don't work. We gotta work on that module. How did you know? Yep, there's the key. Don't lose that. We only have one. Yep, uh-oh. I don't think you wore the appropriate clothing. Can you be a mechanic in a skirt? I don't know about that, Bugs. Do you like this car? Bugs, it's already open. You can push the button. Push the button. Ready? Poof! Look at that, huh? Wow. Look at all that stuff. This is where you can plug in for information. Okay, it looks like we need to clean the inside. It's leather on the inside too. Little skunky. All right, skunky buggy. We gotta work, okay? You wanna put the little pieces in the ashtray so we don't lose them? Yeah, let's put them in there. Put that in there. Let's put it in there. Yeah, that's Daddy's. There's one little tab. The Rolls-Royce has these nice little chrome metal plates that push in. Unfortunately, one of the pins was weak. It appears that someone in the past maybe had soldered it. So I'm gonna have to redo that. As you can see, one of the pins is missing. That's why it's important to have a, shall we say, a mechanic or a craftsman that, one, cares enough about your cars to be careful and not break it. Two, has the ability to actually fix things and understand old world techniques rather than just being a parts changer. So another reason why to open a shop. I've got some very smart people from out of state that actually are giving consideration to moving here to working with me. So I'm excited about that if we get something going. Yeah, Bug, you got a few more years before I think you really got the knack on this. You want to come out? You want out? Okay. You gonna go see what the guys are doing? Yeah? Okay. Be careful there. You going down? Okay, Bugs. There you go. Boops. Okay, you wanna go see what they're doing? Okay, we'll go help Gina Scratch. How about that? We don't have to do serious work today. What are they doing, Bugs? Should Daddy help? You wanna help push? We can go push. Come on, let's go push. I will help. I'm only partially useless. Hard to port, yes. I should do that to annoy car people, just start using nautical terms. You found some rocks, Bud? Okay, we gotta keep the rocks there and not by Dad's cars. Because you're gonna make everybody nervous that might be a client of Dad's in the future. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to make this video have a point. Lunchtime, my bugs. You be sitting in the go-kart? Yeah, you got your blanket? Would you like a pouch? Yes. Yeah, that's good. You want that one? My seat to corral her is Daddy's racing go-kart. How about that? We're eating lunch in the trunk of the Rolls-Royce. So, Bug, you know it's gonna be your nap time soon. And Daddy has to mow the grass at home. Because you haven't mowed the grass yet, you're being a freeloader. What you looking at? You looking at the cars over there? You want to work on them? We got to work on that one, huh, Bud? Okay, so we're done with our little kiddo lunch, and I got to go home so she can have a nap, and I can mow the grass, clean the fish tank, and come back to work. Because this is real life. What are you doing, you silly? Be careful with those. I need that hardware. Also, when I open the service shop, the little one's not going to be around any of these cars. So this is the wholesome real life Casey day. See you guys in a minute. Okay, so it is the next day, and we've been working on this thing a lot. So it has all new brake calipers, thanks to Shannon, and a new master cylinder. The master cylinder is off of a C3 Corvette. The front brake calipers are as well, so they're 4-piston, they're nice and big. Now the rear brakes, what was that? An Oldsmobile Aurora front?
Yeah.
Or was it a Riviera or something?
Same thing? Aurora's front. They're same things. Same but different.
Yeah, it was the front from like a Buick Riviera or Oldsmobile Aurora, which makes some sense. But it has the 4-liter, 4-cam V8 with 4 valves per cylinder of the Oldsmobile in there. Now this motor, you can see it. Like, check this out right here. This is what makes me so mad about Ferrari and Lamborghini. They never make the damn firewalls come out in the 80s. That's why they're so expensive to service. But check this out. They built this at the monocoque, and I think it's stainless steel, actually. That you've got a big stainless steel panel out here that just unbolts, and you have the whole firewall off. And you can access all of the hoses, the front of the motor, and right here's the fuel cell. And it actually has a bladder like racing. The bladder was dry, so it's still supple enough. It's okay. Like, it should probably be changed in the next year or so if we're going to be running it. But it has a race car bladder in it, or you like Senior McLaren F1, which makes sense because Bob McKee was involved with it, and you got racing stuff. And they did a beautiful job. If you look right here, you seeing this here? they did a beautiful job of fabricating the top where it all goes, the fill, vent, and then this, they built this on top. This is like a 90s drop-in fuel center gauge and fuel pump for the, the Oldsmobile. And we were literally able to get all of the parts we needed for this car right from like AutoZone, O'Reilly's, whatever. No big even deal to this day, and it was inexpensive. But it's just built so well. It's amazing. Like, I really mean that. Like, Ferrari and Lamborghini were not smart enough to put in a darn firewall that's removable, but this was. And with us not really having any directions, we were able to figure it all out really quickly and change the filters. Now, we thought that the reason why it was dying the other day was because maybe the fuel was really disgusting and varnished up in there from God knows how long. Not the case. There wasn't even anything in it. And we got the fuel pump out. We even looked at it. Turned out the fuel pump itself was failing just from being old. It was going on and dying. It blew its own fuse. And so we put a new one in and it's working. And since it got, here we go. And since it got an oil change and it got a chance to heat soak and stuff, all the lifters have quieted up, likely because they're not sticky. And everything is just smooth and nice. And frankly, I think this was a brand new crate engine when they did this motor upgrade in the 90s. You can also see the dash and all. Yeah, check it out. Like, it's so nice. And the dashboard says, if you look at it, 206 miles. Look at it right here at the odometer. It literally has 200 miles on it. Yeah, listen to that. Dude, it's idling so quietly. Look. That's so quiet. And so we put a new fuel pressure regulator in, new fuel pump, new filters, so the whole fuel system at that point is all fresh. Badass. Awesome. Smooth. So we're pretty happy with that. I wouldn't have revved it, but it's already warm. We let it heat soak. But we were testing a bunch of stuff, and we thought maybe it was the electric system, but we found the relay was working right, and it had blown a fuse. And then we found out that it was giving power to the fuel pump, but the fuel pump, audibly, you could not hear it running. So clearly it was a fuel pump and we replaced it. So now we're trying to get it on the ground and drive around the parking lot. And honestly, it'd probably be pretty fast. Although I think there's a little air in the brake system, but we can come back to that later. And it might just be everything has to like squish up to itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be kind of just going there.
It could have been like a little pocket stuck.
Do you want help putting it on the ground now?
Yeah.
Or should I keep working on the interior? Yeah. I'll help you with the ground stuff. And we'll just keep going. Okay.
Here, I'll shut
Go
the
ahead
door
and get it
real
up.
quick.
No, yeah, you can kill it.
Yep, I'm recording.
Hey, don't forget we're gonna need the race jacket to the front.
Yeah.
Come on over. If you want to go up a little, I'll take it off the stanchions, and then I can get this underneath it. All right, can we get this in here? Tim, you can back up, H1.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it down more. All right, you can drop it. Drop it. Drop it. All right. So the hood fell down. That was done.
What happened to the wood thing?
What wood thing? We took it out because it's got a proper. It's
got a strut.
Strut.
Oh.
You got a strut.
So the strut just gave it?
Yeah, strut's not that strong.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's
It should be like.
Oh, damn, this way. All right, so we're putting in the firewall, which is this awesome stainless steel affair. And then, but there's this like bucket to hold ECU and whatnot, which is kind of cool. But now I gotta line it. Do we have a Phillips
I left it in
on
here.
the drill or something?
It's not on a drill. It's just a regular. Like,
I think I know what it might be.
screwdriver.
I gotta do work. All right, I'm gonna get a drill. I can't handle spinning this like
That's a lot of, that's a lot of screwing.
I don't need that. I'm old.
How you feeling with everything going on today?
I'm feeling good.
Single cough. How you feeling today, Casey?
I'm okay. My kiddo was came to work and then she started having a fever and got sick. So I don't know, I was a little stressed because trying to take care of her and do stuff didn't work. So I was like, didn't really get a lot done. So I was like, hey guys, you guys want to stay late? We can work on this.
Hey, we're learning many great things.
Yeah, I got to spend time with my kid. I just didn't really get to spend time with my wife. But
In due time, sir.
I wanted to help everybody on this, so I, because we're gonna work on the F1 car, but also, I also need this to move so that I can have the space in my shop, my part of the shop, for projects I got coming in tomorrow. So I was like, I'm gonna help. But it's pretty exciting to see this come to life, especially run really well. You know, and even if the brakes need to be bled again, they're gonna be great. Come on, get in there. Oh, you did not do it, I think. Yeah, bro. She.
They're all 11s. The only one that's 13 is this one right here.
I guess hop in. You want the fire extinguisher? There you go. Oh yeah. No seats. We don't need seats.
They're so low, it's actually more sporty that
Worse
way.
than it was yesterday. Yeah, they're a little mushy, but we'll fix it. Can you adjust that mirror for me? Go in the back. Hey, did it sound cool going by?
Sounded great.
All right.
Sounded wonderful.
Well, it runs perfectly. The reason it was making the it's automatic, and I don't know how to drive automatic. It was like between shifting. I didn't really want to just lay on it, but that last time I stuck my foot in it good. Still, it runs great. We do have to bleed the brakes again. That's okay. And everything's pretty darn decent. So we'll just keep cleaning up, make sure everything works, and then on the next project. So I think let's clean up and put it away. And then we'll, I got some projects to work on, and then we'll get you guys finishing up your carts so we go test them. And we'll start working on the F1 car, go test that. Yeah, and then maybe after a bit, when we get the F1 car happy, we'll come back to this and gussy it up perfect. Maybe find like a cool show to go. Maybe there's like a Radwood or something. I think this would be super cool. So anyway, I hope you guys, if you haven't, will subscribe and hit that bell because I'm doing awesome things on this channel, whether it's Genius Garage, helping people out like this with their careers, even like Ashawn, who's helping me out right now with the camera. What's up?
I told you. It gets it, man. That's it.
It is getting it.
That's
No.
all I gotta say.
Are you excited? What do you think, Shannon?
Oh, I'm extremely excited.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's neat to bring that to life. But yeah, please subscribe, and then beyond just helping people out with Genius Garage, like the race cars and stuff, I do have my own builds cars, and I'm gonna work on some cars for some friends and stuff. So tomorrow I'm picking up a really neat Ferrari and Rolls Royce, which will be on the channel later. So stick around. I'm back. We're gonna do car stuff.